Hello students, today we are going to discuss Echinacea Angustifolia. I will discuss it from Boric Materia medica. This is not given in Ellen's keynotes. So let's start our drug Echinacea Angustifolia. Common name is purple cone flower. So we are indebted to eclectic school. What is eclectic school? Our Kent, J.T. Kent, one of the stalwarts of homeopathy, belongs to this school, eclectic school. One roof, under one roof, all the methods, all the sources of medical science taught in this school, like different teaching methods, allopathy, homeopathy, isopathy, antipathy, different philosophies, all taught in under one roof. That is eclectic school. Means in one school. J.T. Kent belonged to this school. So I am writing here. For this remarkable medicine, this school, according to this school, character of blood dyscrasia. Dyscrasia, disorders, blood disorders. Dyscrasia means disorders. Character of blood dyscrasia according to eclectic school. Acute autoinfection. Acute autoinfection. Symptoms of blood poisoning, septic conditions generally. Septic condition. Septic means offensiveness. Offensiveness. I am writing here. Offensive. Septic offensive. Acute infection, offensiveness generally, septic condition generally, septicemia, diarrhea during typhoid. Typhoid is a step ladder pattern type of fever. Step ladder pattern type of fever. Diarrhea during typhoid. Gonorrhea, boils, erysipelas, foul ulcers. Foul ulcers, gangrene, goiter with exophthalmic symptoms, eyes bulging out. Exophthalmic symptoms, eyes bulge out, big. Full doses can also inject 5 to 10 drops into thyroid gland. Tendency to malignancy in acute and subacute disorders. Acute 2 days to 2 weeks. I am writing here 2 days to 2 weeks. And what is subacute? Subacute 2 week to 2 month or 3 month, like that. Last stages of cancer to ease pain. It can be useful in last stage of cancer. Venom infection. Venom infection like nausea, viper, cerebrospinal meningitis. Meningitis, inflammation of meninges. So mainly in case of acute and subacute inflammation, meningitis, inflammation of meninges, puerperal infections, tired feeling, mental symptoms, piles. It can be useful in piles. Pustules. What do you mean by pustules? It is नेम से ही इंडिकेटेड है पस फील्ड ब्लिस्टर्स. पुस्ट्यूल्स, पस field blister. I am writing here. Can form in anywhere. Ecton vermiform appendix has been used for appendicitis, inflammation of appendix. But remember, it promotes suppuration and a neglected. Next, appendicitis with pus formation would probably rupture sooner under its use. Lymphatic inflammation, appendicitis, cerebrospinal meningitis, acute and subacute disorders, snake bites, venom infections, crushing injuries, nail crush or bite, stings in general, foul discharges, septic conditions, foul discharges with emaciation and great debility. Debility is weakness. Debility, weakness. Great emaciation. Head, about head. Now come to particular symptoms. Head confused, depressed. This one is mental symptoms. Confused, depressed, tired feeling. Number 1 confused, number 2 depressed, number 3 tired feeling. Ache with a peculiar periodical flushing of face even to the neck, dizziness and profound prostration. Peculiar periodical flushing of the face, ache. Okay. Now nose, foul smelling discharge. This is the one of the physical characteristic symptoms. Foul smelling discharge, membranous formation, protruding diphtheria, postnatal catra with ulceration and fetor, oozina. That is discharge. Nose feels stuffed up, right nostrils and bleeding. Raw and bleeding. Canker. Gums recede and bleed easily. Bleeding tendency. Gums bleeding. Right nostrils raw bleeding. Gums recede and bleed easily. Corners of mouth and lips crack. Tongue. About tongue, another physical characteristic symptoms. Tongue, I am writing with another color pen. Tongue dry and swollen, sore, dirty, brownish. Tongue, lips and fauces tingle with a sense of fear around the heart, as in aconite. So, number 1 physical characteristics, foul smelling discharges. All this right post nasal catra with ulceration and fetor, oogina, right nostrils raw and bleeding. Gums recede and bleed easily. About tongue, tongue dry and swollen, sores, dirty brownish. Tongue, lips and fauces tingle with a sense of fear around the heart. White coating of tongue. White coating of tongue with red edges promotes the flow of saliva. So, about tongue symptom, another physical characteristics. Number 2. Now come to throat. Tonsils purple or black, grey exudation extending to posterior nares and air passages. Ulcerated sore throat. Ulceration may be one of the physical characteristics. Ulcer in the corners of mouth and lip. Ulcer in nose, postnasal catra with ulceration, ulcerated sore throat. Ulceration maybe the one of the physical characteristics. Now come to the stomach. Sour belching and heartburn, nausea, bitter lying down, amelioration lying down. So nausea, so bitter lying down. Sour belching and heartburn. Urine, about urine, one of the physical characteristic symptom. Number 3, urine, albuminous, scanty, frequent and involuntary urine. Foul smelling discharges. Number 1 about discharges. Number 2 about tongue. Number 3 about urine. Number 4 about ulceration. About ulceration, number 4 here also written. And now come to next about female symptoms. Puerperal septicemia, discharges suppressed, abdomen sensitive. Tympanic offensive excoriating leukorrhea. Leukorrhea is excoriating. Acrid leukorrhea. Acrid. Chest pain as if a lump in the chest. Sensation of pain as if lump in the chest. Under the sternum. Pain in the pectoral muscles. About extremities. Aching pain in limbs and general lassitude. lassitude, laziness, fever, fever one of the important symptom, chilliness with nausea, chilliness, cold flashes all over the back, malarial fever, and also in typhoid fever. So malarial fever, we can think of this remedy, that is Echinacea Angustifolia. And chilliness with nausea, one of the physical characteristic symptoms in fever. So number 5. Now about skin, recurring boils, बार बार बॉयल्स होते हैं. Carbuncles, carbuncles is, I am writing here, cluster of boils, cluster of boils, and boils single boil, recurring boils, and carbuncles cluster of boils, both caused by bacteria, staphylococcus bacteria, bacterial infection, irritation from insect bite, causation, poisonous plants, lymphatic enlarged, lymphangitis, inflammation of lymphatics, old tibial ulcers, gangrene. One of the ulcer of also old tibial ulcer, gangrene. About relationship written in arsenic, lachesis, bacteria, rustox. Dose tincture 1 to 10 drops. So all we have did. About fever, you have to comment about and compare other drugs of fever. Other drugs of fever, I am telling aconite, apis, bryonia, arsenic, belladonna, dulcamara, cinchona, gelsemium, Nux vomica, pulsatilla, podophyllum, ipecac, baptisia, ignatia, natrum and echinacea. You have to compare about fever. May be asked in viva. Frequently asked aconite, apis, bryonia, arsenic, belladonna, all about that. So in fever, one of the important symptoms, chilliness with nausea. So we can conclude this remedy now. Echinacea angustifolia, common name purple cone flower, according to eclectic school, one of the remarkable medicine as a corrector of blood dyscrasia, useful in acute and subacute disorders, septic conditions generally, diarrhea during typhoid, gangrene, ulcers, erysipelas, boils, carbuncles, goiter with exophthalmic symptoms. About inflammation, cerebrospinal meningitis, appendicitis, promotes suppuration, lymphatic inflammation, about injury, crushing injury, and causation, snake bites, sting bite, and also from poisonous plants. And next about discharges, foul discharge with emaciation and great debility. About mental symptoms, confused, depressed, tired feeling. I am writing here one of the mental symptoms mentioned here, tired feeling, number 3. About mind, M. Next, confused, depressed, tired feeling, dizziness and profound prostration. Peculiar periodical flushing of the face. About discharge, one of the characteristics, physical characteristic, foul smelling discharges, membranous formations, and next about tongue dry, swollen, sore, dirty, brownish, white coating of tongue with red edges. And number 3 about urine, albuminous, scanty, frequent, involuntary urine. Number 4 about ulceration, post nasal catra with ulceration and fetor oozina, ulcerated sore throat, tonsils purple or black, grey, exudation extending to posterior nares and air passages. About stomach, sour belching and heartburn, nausea, ameliorate by lying down. Female symptoms, excoriating leukorrhea, offensiveness, puerperal septicemia, discharge suppressed. About chest pain as if lump in the chest. This is sensation. under the sternum, pain in the pectoral muscle, extremities, aching in limbs, general lassitude, and about fever, chilliness with nausea. This is one of the very important symptoms. Chilliness associated with nausea, cold flashes all over the back, malarial fever, and about skin, recurring boils, carbuncles, that is cluster of boils from insect bite, poisonous plants, lymphangitis, inflammation of lymph, old tibial ulcers, gangrene. So locally as a cleansing and antiseptic wash. So all about this remedy. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.